Hi friends, welcome back to a new video, and today is finally the day I am going to share with you my new and improved kitchen. You guys, I'm so excited to share this with you, and I really wanted to do this so much sooner, but life just happens and it was just like a roller coaster once I had this project started. And afterwards I went on vacation. Well, you know it if you see my past videos, but anyway, today is finally the day, and in this video I'm also going to decorate my kitchen for the autumn season. Now I'm also going to be doing my entryway because, as you've seen from the background, you might see a little bit of change, but I used to decorate my entryway and this part or this area of my home because that's the first you see once you pass through my entryway. But I have made this a part of the kitchen, so it is also the kitchen here where I'm standing. So I'm going to start decorating my entryway, and then I'm going to give you a full tour of the kitchen, and then we're going to decorate the part here and of course the kitchen. So if you're excited, give me a thumbs up, and of course drop me a comment below. Let me know that you are just as excited as I am for this video. So without any further ado, let's just get started. I'm going to be starting here in my entryway. I already cleared out the space. I gave my console table a wipe down, so I'm just going to start decorating. Now for this space I wanted to create a moody, organic, neutral look, and I didn't want to have those bright colors, and you know me by now that lately I don't want to do those bright colors downstairs in my living space, but I do in my bedroom and my bathroom. But here I wanted to keep it quite neutral, but I did want to bring in that organic look. So if you saw my haul, then you know that I got this pretty wooden vase. Well, it's not actually wood, but it is wood looking, and I absolutely love it because it does have that organic vibe to it. And I created this arrangement using this organic weed and these faux pampas grass that I already have, and one pick of pine cones that I have here. And I thought that this was perfect for the look that I was going for. Now it is already looking so pretty, and I went ahead and I changed out my lamp and my lamp shade. I wanted it to be neutral, nothing glam looking or anything, so that's why I kept it the white one with like this beige creamy lamp shade. I just found this bowl the other day, you guys, and it was perfect for what I was going for. I actually am looking for a larger one, not too big, but I actually wanted a bigger one. But when I saw this, I thought it was perfect for my entryway because it isn't too big. And I got this baby for only 25 cents, and I leave the tags on it so that I can show you, because I do not always remember what I pay for the items that I thrift, but I really love the details on it. I love the lining and of course the moody darker tone of wood. Now I'm just going to be filling it in with some fall vase fillers or bowl fillers, but because I love it so much, I do not want to fill it up completely so that you won't see the bowl. So I'm just going to be adding a few things. So I got some pine cones, I got this big one and a few smaller ones. And then I got these picks from some fall decor that they fell off, so I'm going to be adding them here. And I also have some acorns and some cinnamon sticks here. So I'm just going to be adding them to the bowl, and as you can see, they are already creating that beautiful fall moody cozy look without covering up the entire bowl. Now I do want a pop of orange. As you can see, I have this little orange faux pumpkin, and I'm going to place it on the side also just to get that touch of fall color. Now I'm going to be moving this a little bit to the middle because on the side here I want to add this large pumpkin that I have. And you might remember this thrifted pumpkin that I shared with you in my haul. I love the natural look of it, so it goes so well with the style that I'm going for. Now, if you saw my living room decorate with me, I shared with you those two like burnt orange pillow covers that I had new, but I had them for some time and I forgot I had them. And I mentioned that I had two other ones. Now, these are the two that I wanted to share with you. So pretty. They are in this beautiful pattern and they are velvet looking. And the color, you guys, it is so warm and cozy. And you know, I always like to decorate this bench that I have here. Let me show you. Yeah, I like to cover it with either a throw or with pillows. Now, I thought for this fall I wouldn't use a throw, but I would use these two pillows. And by the way, I am still looking for some fabric to reupholster this, but that's a whole different story, you guys. I'm still on the hunt for that. That is all I'm going to be doing for this space. So let me show you how it turned out. And here is the finished look. I really love how this turned out. It is simple, it is organic, neutral looking, and it is so cozy, you guys. This really gives me all the fall vibes. And you guys, it is now time to move on to the kitchen. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. Now you might hear some drilling on the background. My neighbors are doing something in the backyard. And I couldn't wait because it was getting late as it is. So if you hear it, then I apologize in advance. But let's get into the kitchen, you guys. Let me show you how pretty this turned out. And here is my long-awaited kitchen remodel, you guys. Look at how stunning this turned out. It is a total difference with my first kitchen. If you remembered it, it had upper cabinets as well. And you guys, it was just so old. And one of the reasons that I actually changed out this kitchen was because this is now my refrigerator. This entire thing is my refrigerator. And my last refrigerator, it didn't work as well as it should. It stopped cooling. And well, it did cool, but not too much. So I couldn't save a lot of stuff in it for many days. Usually just for 1 or 2 days. And then I had to toss it out if I didn't finish it. But anyway, the refrigerator had to go. And if you remember, also my dishwasher wasn't working. I went like 2 years without a dishwasher, you guys. So yeah, it was time for a new dishwasher. Now look at this countertop, you guys. How pretty is this? This is like a faux marble countertop, and because I didn't want marble, I didn't want like the actual marble look, because I think that can be so intense. I wanted something with a little bit little bit of detail, but not too much. I didn't want it to be overwhelming because, as you can see, my cabinets are white. They are glossy white, and I wanted to have a countertop that wasn't extremely white as the cabinet, so the color is a little bit off, and I wanted to have a little bit of detail in it without doing too much. So this is how it turned out, and as you can see, it also has a little bit of gloss on it, and I love that, you guys. Now let's talk about my sink here. Now here's a shot of a sink that was my first choice, to have it completely composite, but they did recommend not to because it isn't heat resistant. And I don't know why they think of something that is not functional, but I really love the look of this. So then I decided maybe I want to do something like this, having the metal bottom that is more heat resistant, but again the composite on the sides were really fragile. So I decided to go with something that's pretty and functional. I have this black sink, and I was thinking of doing a white one, but they all recommended me not to do that because white can turn yellow with time. And I thought, okay, because my appliances are also black, that I would do a black. And I wanted the cooker. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this brand, because I do think it is a Dutch brand, but this is a cooker and it produces also boiling water. I wanted the one that also had ice water, but I didn't like that because you had to have like an extra panel here with all the knobs, and I didn't want that. And what I love about this one is that it is the flex version, you guys. So I can, oops, a little bit too fast. I can pull this out and I can swirl it around. And I also wanted, and I always wanted that because of course this sink is bigger than the one I used to have. You might remember I had a round one, and that one was so little. It was almost cute, but not really functional. And this one is bigger because the oven plates that I have, they fit completely in here. So, and because it's bigger, it's easier to have like this flag faucet just to clean it up. And this is just a little basket that I picked up. I thought it was handy just to keep my sponge there maybe or something, but for the sake of this video I kept everything clear. Now this is a black sink, and it was really tough to find a black sink because these days they do have more of that gunmetal, and it is not really black. The gunmetal is the same as stainless steel. You can scratch it and the color will stay the same. But most of the black sinks, they are not black through and through. And this one is. It took me a long time to find it, but if this scratches, it will stay black because it is black through and through. And that was really something that I really needed, because I do not want to be worried about my sink getting damaged when I do dishes by hand or whatever that it is. So I really wanted this kitchen to be pretty, but I also wanted it to be functional. So I didn't want to have any headaches about keeping it as pretty as possible. But anyway, that's the sink. And what I want to show you are my two appliances. I have a oven and actually two. This is the oven and the microwave, and this is a oven and a steamer. So I have two ovens, and one is a microwave and one is a steamer because I wanted to steam more often. I used to steam on my stove, but there's a lot of hassle with that and I didn't want that anymore. So I bought this as a steamer, and both the appliances are Wi-Fi, you guys, and it is so handy. Also, by the way, my dishwasher is also Wi-Fi. Why? I don't know, but it came that way. And yeah, there's one thing that you might notice is that my microwave is really high. And the reason for that is I made this choice based on the aesthetic of the kitchen, because as you can see here, this is like one line, and I was able to place this a little bit lower, so then you would have like line, and then here the oven, and then this would have come lower, but I didn't like the look of that. I thought it was really odd looking. So, and since you guys, I never had, well, I did. About 12 years ago was the last time that I had a microwave in my previous apartment. So I didn't have a microwave, and I didn't really had the urge for a microwave, but I thought, since I'm redoing this kitchen and my family and friends, they always complain about me not having a microwave, I decided to do a combination. So it's a oven and a microwave, but every now and then I do use it as a microwave, but well, for me it's just a oven. What about this LED lighting? That is something that I decided to do myself, because if I had this installed with the kitchen, only the lighting would have cost an additional 3,000 euros, you guys, just for the lighting. And I bought this lighting from Amazon for I think 25 euros. So okay, the difference is that you see like those dots, the LED dots, but I don't really mind. I think it's quite cute looking. And yeah, and I can also change this in all the colors that I want. And the lighting that came with the kitchen was only white, you guys. It was white, it wasn't smart, and for 3,000 euros I thought, what the heck, I wouldn't go there. I would definitely not go that way. So I decided to go with a smart LED, so I can change this out any color for any season and whatever my mood is. And for now I like it this blue, and that's only to show you, because this is what I will have. This is what I have when there's no particular season like fall or Christmas. So I will keep it blue because I think it's modern looking. But for fall, I will show you that after I'm done decorating, I will turn this orange, which will look so adorable. The lighting was something I added myself. Now, what I also want to show you is my cooking area here. And you might remember that I used to cook over there, and my sink was over there. And I didn't want that. What I like is that when I am here at the sink or when I'm cooking, I can watch straightly into the living room and watch TV. So that is the main reason that I wanted this setup. So the kitchen, as you can see, it is too small to have an island, but this peninsula is working perfect, you guys. I love it, and it gives me so much more counter space. Now, what I mentioned earlier is that I also had this space in front of my kitchen that I decorated, because I mentioned I sold my credenza that was over there. So let me show you that part, how it turned out. So when I'm standing here, that is the part that was my credenza. You can still see the lamp that I had because I wanted to keep it there, but I just added these kitchen cabinets as well. So let me take you up close. And this door, well, I'm gonna tell you about that later. But here I have my freezer, and this freezer is bigger than the one that I used to have underneath my fridge. And I'm gonna tell you a little story in a minute, but I have this wine cooler, you guys. Look at it. I am so happy with this. And as you can see, it is stacked up with wine bottles. And of course, I have my seasonal wine like this. For instance, this is my Chardonnay caramel, and this is perfect for this season, you guys. But I wanted a wine cooler because I do drink a lot of wine, and I didn't want all the bottles to be in the refrigerator, so that's why I went with this smaller one. And of course I didn't have a lot of space to put like a larger one, because that would have been so awesome. But yeah, one thing that I have to mention is that I have less cabinet space, less storage space, and I still have, I think, 4 boxes left from my previous kitchen that I have to sort out and I think get rid of, or whatever I'm going to do with that. But this space, the kitchen that I have here, it is less space that I used to have, and I don't really mind that, because like I mentioned before, that I want to have a more of a minimalistic lifestyle. I do not want to have a ton of stuff anymore, so that goes gradually for me, because I'm not like 1, 2, 3 and get rid of everything. So I do it in bits and pieces, and it's taking me a long time, but yeah, as long as I am continuing to declutter. But what I also wanted to show you is that the counter space that I have, you guys, it is extra high. As you can see, that I'm standing here, and this is how high this is, and I love that. I wanted an extra high countertop, because when I'm here cooking, I want to show you that. So when I'm here cooking, I tend to just hang here and watch TV, and if the countertops were lower, that wouldn't go well. And I find that once that this is more like an open space together with the living room, that I find myself hanging here by this peninsula while I entertain, because it is so much easier now, and it is also way much more fun than in my previous kitchen. Now, what I wanted to show you also are my outlets, or my outlets. I have 3. I have 2 here, and they open up like this. They're really tight, but I don't use them all that much. But so I have 2 outlets here, and then I have 1 here, and you can open them and close them like that. And I also have 1 here, and this one is special because I also have like 2 USB charger outlets here. So if I want to charge my phone or anything else that has a USB outlet, I can charge them here or plug them in here. And the reason why it doesn't go smooth, because I still don't know which side I need to turn it to open or close it. Now this button here, I've had this for a long time already. I used to have it for my living room, but I put it here now because this controls the light in the kitchen. Of course, I have my Google Assistant, but sometimes I just do not want to talk to Google, and this is faster at some point. So I have this so that I can turn it on and off. And I do have a sensor that I want to place here in the kitchen, so that when I walk into the kitchen, that the sensor would automatically turn on the lights. But I don't know I don't know yet where to place them, because it is an open space. Then if I have to walk through my entryway to the bathroom, I do not want the kitchen light to go on and off. So I have to think about how I schedule that, but that's going to make it easier as well. And the lights are also on a timer, so when it is dusk, they will automatically go on and soften. And at night before I go to sleep, usually I tell Google to turn off the lights. I just say good night, and it turns out all the lights here downstairs and turn on the light in my bedroom. But if I don't do that, then they will automatically turn off at, I think, 12 o'clock. But I forgot, there was something I want to mention, but anyway, oh yeah, the lighting. I have this recessed lighting here, you guys, and I went with square ones. I didn't want those round ones because I think these square ones are more modern, and I was debating whether to do white, but I thought that the black would stand out more from the ceiling. And I'm not too sure what you call this, but maybe it's like a vaulted ceiling, but that is something that I had recently done because you remember I had my chandelier up here. I sold that when they took out the kitchen, so I wanted this kitchen to be completely modern looking. So, and you guys, you know what I love about this, I can also change out these colors. I am so excited. Well, for fall I'm not turning them orange, but for Christmas, how fun is this, you guys, for Christmas? Well, I'm planning to do this for Christmas. But yeah, you don't see it like really good because this one is like really light, but they all turn really green. And that is what I love about these smart lamps, you guys, these smart bulbs. You can do whatever you feel like it, whatever your mood is and whatever the season is. So yeah, I am so happy with these. Now moving on to the rest of the kitchen. I have this curtain, this, I don't know what it's called. We call it a rolgordijn, like a rolling curtain, but I had this for many years and it is time for something new. But I'm actually waiting for Black Friday, because for Black Friday they usually have a lot of deals, and I was thinking of getting like those wooden Venetian blinds for my kitchen, and those are really expensive, and maybe on Black Friday they will have some good deals. So I'm waiting for that, and that will be the end of November. So that's why I haven't changed this thing out just yet. And another thing that I am about to change up is my door here. Also, this door is very old, you guys. It was like this when I first got this house, and this I actually did myself. This was a DIY because it was only like this glass. And what I'm going to do, what I'm planning to do, is to add here a black aluminum door, and I wanted to have clear glass here with just, I think maybe just one of those thingies here. Don't mind me if I don't know the words to anything, but anyway, and I want this clear glass because then you can really see through, and it will make this space much more spacious and look bigger than it actually is. And what I'm planning to do is this piece here. I actually want to remove this and put in some clear glass as well. So yeah, there's still tons that I need to do in this kitchen. And also on the wall, on this wall, you can see they are still very bare, and that's not going to stay like that because I am going to be wallpapering this part here and above there, because that's one wall. So there, this and this. And I haven't found the perfect wallpaper just yet because it has to be like this vinyl wallpaper, because it has to be smudge free and or smudge resistant, water resistant. And also what I want to do in this space is hang up some shelving here to add a little bit of decor. Now I want this kitchen to be as peaceful as it is now, but you know me, fall and Christmas, I cannot do peaceful, I have to do clutter. That's just me. The more the merrier for fall and Christmas. But besides that, during the winter season, the spring and the summer season, I do not want to have a lot of decor here. But I am not too sure yet how I'm going to hang up these shelves, because I'm a very visual person. I have to see something to actually decide whether I like it or not. So first I'm going to do the wallpaper. If I find it in time, I want to have this all done before Christmas, but I'm not too sure if that's going to be possible, but I'm gonna try. And of course, then after I've done the wallpaper, I know, or I can see what I like, what kind of shelving I would like for this space. But yeah, anyway, you guys, there's also so many things I want to share with you. Like this, I am totally in love with. This is the Bora Pure, or yeah, I think it's called the Bora Pure. And I love this because it has like this filter here. So when I cook, it sucks up all the steam from here. So I love that. And this is fully electric. And you guys, it has so many functions. I haven't begun to try out like even a quarter of its function. So for now I'm just cooking basically, and like this little hand here and this lock and this timer thing, I have no idea what it is. But what I do love about it is that the suction that it has, you can use it on automatic, or you can use it manual, but I always leave it automatic. So the more steam it detects, the harder it will suck the steam in, if that makes any sense. But you guys, this is so pretty and it is big. And also what I love about it is that I can use this entire section here to cook. So if I wanted to have like 3 little pots and pans here, that's possible, or 2 big ones and a little one here, that's possible. And the same on this side. So it is really easy to cook on this thing. And now you know, you guys, what the reason is that I am more into baking and cooking, because just look at this space. It is just so inviting to be here and to cook in here and to bake in here. I am really happy with this new kitchen, and I tend to use it to the fullest. It's gonna take me some time, but you guys, I'm here every day and most part of the day when I'm at home, and it doesn't bore. Maybe it's because it's new, but I really like the floor plan, the layout. It is so much more functional than my previous kitchen, and yeah, I think that will never bore me. So you guys, that has taken so long. I am just going to dive into the decorating of the kitchen, and I'm not going to talk through it because it's going to take up much more time than that. So let's just start the decorating. I'm really happy that I did keep this space kind of the same as that I had it with my credenza here, because now I can also use it as extra countertop space in case I need that. I can use it as a buffet. So I think it is very handy to have this space here too. But you know me, I love to decorate the space, so I'm going to keep on decorating it unless I need it for extra space, of course. And look at this cute pumpkin reed diffuser, you guys. I found this the other day at TK Maxx and I couldn't resist, and it smells so good. It does smell like pumpkin spice, and every time I pass through here I have this amazing scent, and I really love that for this time of year. During the season, I love to bring in some woodsy elements, and I had these 2 candle holders that I haven't used for quite some time, and these 2 candle LED candles. And you guys, I am all about candles on a timer because I do not want to turn them on and off every time. The ones that don't have a timer, I just leave them on the entire night until the morning. Now these scented candles, they are in the scent of apple cinnamon. I love these. I always buy these during the fall and the Christmas season, but the rest of the year I just use the regular ones. And this is the final result, and I'm really loving how this turned out. I am loving all my recent thrifted items, how they look. It is very cozy and inviting, and it gives me all the fall vibes. And now moving on to this part of the kitchen, I am really loving how this large vase is looking here in this corner with all these pretty fall stems. And I love using these cutting boards. I always use them in my kitchen and use them as a riser. Now you might remember these two hurricanes I shared with you in my haul. Now I want to mention that I had a little accident with them. When I went to remove the price tag, look at what happened. All the color came off, and I was so heartbroken because they were looking so pretty. And I was thinking, what could I do to fix this? So I decided to tape these off and then spray paint the top black, because I knew that the black would go well in my kitchen and of course with the rest of my home decor as well. And I think it really worked out so well, and they look amazing, like I bought them like that. So you can see there's always a way to fix something. Leave me a comment below if you are a tea lover or a coffee lover. I'm actually a tea lover, but the past 5 years I've been a real coffee lover, and I still love coffee, but I don't drink it as much anymore because when I drink coffee, it has to be sweet as it can be. I use a lot of sweeteners. I use coffee syrup, and I use whole milk in my coffee or home creamer. And that is just not good to have like 2 or 3 cups a day. So I now only drink on the weekends and every now and then in the morning when I'm at the office. But yeah, I am a tea lover and I love the fall tea during the autumn season. Now my favorite flavors are apple, cinnamon, the spiced and the chai. So leave me a comment down below what your favorite tea flavors are. I thrifted this glass pumpkin years ago, and usually I put some decor in it, like some pine cones and some LED lights or something like that. But this year, since I'm doing a lot of baking, I decided to keep in all my baking apples, because I use different apples for baking and apples for eating. And these are my apples that I just regular eat. And you guys, this book, it is so amazing. I have to say, I haven't tried any recipes yet, but I will definitely be trying some of it, or at least one of it. And maybe I will make it a tradition to do just one recipe a year. I always keep the decor next to my faucet the same. I have a small tray. This one is perfect. I thrifted this a while back. It was only €1.50. But anyway, on this tray near my faucet, I always have a hand soap. I have a candle, maybe a pumpkin or a pine cone, and some fall foliage. So I always have that combination here, but I always switch it out every year. It has been so much fun decorating the different spaces in my kitchen. For instance, this corner here, of course, that is very new to me, and I was so excited to decorate it. And I wanted to have some fall foliage here as well. Actually, I couldn't decide, so I went with 2 vases, a larger one and then this smaller one with some wheat. And not too long ago I found this black metal candle holder and I loved it. It was on sale. They also had a larger one, but that one wasn't on sale and I didn't want to pay €7.50 for it. This small one was only €2.50. And from the Lidl I got this Yankee candle, and oh my gosh, you guys, this pumpkin scent, it is amazing. I also have this leaf dish that I always keep where I cook, because I use it as a spoon rest. And of course my avocados, they can't miss here in the kitchen. And this is real life. I can hide them, but I always have them here, so I thought I would show you that as well. And this is how the kitchen turned out, and I'm really loving how this looks, and especially in the evening when all the lights are off and all the candles are burning, it just looks so warm and cozy. It is just the perfect fall ambiance. Recently I ordered some fall towels from Temu, and this is one of them. This one came in a pack of 4, and you guys drop me a comment below how many of you have already ordered from Temu and can't stop, because it is so addictive. The prices are amazing and the delivery is so fast. Anyway, I really love this towel. Now, before I show you the complete look, we're gonna be doing some fall baking. So I'm going to be making these super cute fall muffins, you guys. You saw me haul this in my video and I really wanted to try these out. Now, you know, I'm not a baker whatsoever, but I would like for you to join me on this new journey that I'm on as a beginner's baker, because I've been really at it and I'm just going to try a whole bunch of recipes. I'm just going to do what feels right. I will try some recipes, of course, from the internet, but I'm just going to mix it up and just give it my twist. So that's exactly what I'm going to do also for this, or for these muffins. Now let me show you what you're gonna need. So these are the ingredients that I'm going to be using. I have here my coconut flour, I have some baking powder, I have my pumpkin puree that I made from scratch, and I also have some applesauce that I made freshly. I'm gonna be using some eggs. I have this agave syrup. I do not have maple syrup on hand. When this is finished, I hope to get some maple syrup, but agave syrup, I think it tastes just as good. And I'm going to be using some low-fat yogurt. This is kind of like the Dutch pumpkin spice. And I'm going to be needing some pecan and walnuts. And yeah, this is what I'm going to be using for this recipe. So I'm going to start by adding my pumpkin puree, and I made this from scratch, you guys. When I made my hummus, I made some extra and I froze it in, and you can do that so easily, just freeze it in. So that is what I did, and then I am going to be adding some of my homemade applesauce, because this does make it sweeter, and I leave the chunks in because I also like it when I have some chunks in my muffin, and it isn't really that big, as you can see. But yeah, I'm just going to add just 1 spoon of applesauce, and then I'm going to be mixing that a little bit, and then I'm going to be adding the rest of my ingredients. And I'm using coconut flour, as I mentioned, and you can also use almond flour for this. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I am trying to do a low carb lifestyle. So if I do my carbs, I want them to be good, like ice cream on the weekends. So the rest of the week I use everything low carb. So this is the coconut flour, and I'm going to be using 2 spoons of that as well. And you guys, one thing that I've learned is that no recipe is perfect, because everyone's taste is different. So I do encourage you to just try whatever you feel is right and just experiment with it and go with it. And that is what I am doing, and it really worked out for me. So yeah, this is what I have so far, and I just check every now and then what the consistency is, if it's the consistency that I am going for. Next, I'm going to be adding a little bit of baking powder. And you guys, I'm totally not prepared for this, so I have to get everything here in my drawer. But yeah, as I mentioned, I don't have like a measurement recipe for this, so I'm just using like a 1/4 spoon of baking powder. And then I'm going to be adding my yogurt. I do feel that it is quite thick now, because it has to be a little bit thinner than this, but maybe hopefully the yogurt will do its job. And I'm also using some low-fat Greek yogurt here. You can also use some oatmeal milk for this, or some soy milk, or whatever you prefer. But again, I didn't have this on hand, so I'm just using this yogurt. And maybe I have to add some water, I'm not sure. And I'm just going to use 1 full spoon of this, and just see what the consistency is going to do, because I also have to be so I still also have to add my eggs, but I always like to do that at the very last part, so that I know that I have a good consistency. So this is what it's looking like, and now I'm going to be adding the eggs. So I'm going to start with 3 eggs and see how far I'm going to get. Did you just see what happened? So that happens, I think, not only for beginners, baker, but maybe sometimes professionals do have this as well. But okay, that's an easy, quick fix. So this is how my batter is looking, and it is really thin, as you can see, and that is the consistency I'm going for. Now next I'm going to be adding my pumpkin spice, and I'm just going to add, yeah, as much as I feel that is enough, like this maybe. But once I've mixed it, I'm just going to just smell it, maybe even taste it, and see if it is enough. So I think I'm going to be adding just a little bit more. Now, as I mentioned, I do a low carb, so I'm not going to be adding sugar to this, but you can definitely go ahead and do that. And of course, you can make this like high carb if you want, and just use regular flour. And I'm going to be adding a little bit of the agave syrup. not too much. It is just so that it is supposed to be a treat, so I do like it a little bit sweet. So I did add 1 extra spoon of the coconut flour because it was just a little bit too runny. Now next I'm going to be adding my my walnuts and my pecans, and I will be breaking them up a little bit. You can crush them in a crusher or in your blender, but I just rather do it by hand. It's kind of therapeutic as well. And you know what's also good in this, if you have some raisins, I think that would go so well also with this recipe. So now that I have this done, I'm going to be pouring my mixture into my form here. And this is a silicone form, so I don't think I need to oil it or put some oil in it. I think it won't get stuck, so I'm just going to try it like this. But knowing me, if I do it just like that, it will spill. So I'm going to see, I have like this soup spoon, and I'm going to be using that to filling it in. And one of the things that I found out was that you do not have to fill it up completely because they will rise more in the oven. So I'm going to be doing them just halfway. And then I'm just going to tap it a bit to let the air out. And I am going to be cleaning up my mess here because I do not want this to burn in the oven. So yeah. So I'm going to be baking this in the preheated oven for about 20 minutes. So after 25 minutes, because I added an additional 5 minutes to it, this is what they are looking like. And they are really nice and brown looking. So I'm going to let them cool off and come back to you. And this is how they turned out from the oven. And I do think that I left them a little bit too long, or maybe too on the lowest level in the oven. So next time I will do them a little bit higher so that they won't get this brown, but I actually do like how they turned out. You can really see the details on them, especially the leaves. And this is the other way. I think that's pretty cute too. That looks like a muffin, but of course we're going for the detailed side. So I'm cheating just a little bit here because I'm just using regular frosting and I didn't have orange frosting. So I just mixed some red and some yellow, and I got like this odd kind of pinkish color, but it'll have to do. And I want to try to make some low carb frosting. I'm not sure if that's possible, but look at how cute. And the other one, the first one that I made, I'm going to show you that in a little bit because that one was an epic fail. And since I also didn't have green, I had to mix some blue and some yellow. So I'm going to try to make these cute little stems here. And so this is my first attempt to fall muffins, you guys. And look at the decorating. Oh my, this is kind of like an epic fail, but well, it is colorful at least. And yeah, I had to deal with what I had. And this was my first epic fail, you guys. Look at it. I don't know what it looks like. I thought I would cover it up completely, but okay, so this is how they turned out. So you guys, that's it. I'm going to be trying one of these. Now remember, this is what I had on hand, and this frosting is definitely not low carb, and I am definitely going to try to see if I can make low carb frosting, but I just want to stay away from this stuff anyway. So if I bake these, I just bake them without the frosting, but this was just for the sake of this video. But I'm going to taste them now, and actually I should have tasted them before I put the frosting on, because to be honest, sugar makes everything taste good. So it's going to be a bit mixed, but I'm just going to try it. Okay, it's hard to think past the sweetness of the frosting, but what I love about it is that it is quite soft on the inside. It is moist, so it's not really dry, and it does have a good taste, you guys, the aftertaste of it. And I'm happy that I use coconut flour and not almond flour, because I know almond flour in bakeries like this can be a bit bitter, so that's why I use the coconut flour. But I'm going to enjoy this. So good. And the nuts, or the pecan and the walnut in it, it is so good, you guys. You can clearly taste those chunks. I don't really taste the apple, so there you go. This is amazing. I just love this.
And here is the final result, and I really like how this turned out. And did you notice the LED color? I switched it to orange. I really love that. Now, anyway, this is going to be it for this video. Drop me a comment below. Let me know what your favorite part was of this video, and if you want me to go into more details of my kitchen, the process. I can tell you it was quite a process. Now, I also hope that you could have gotten some inspiration. I know that this video is quite late for the season, but some of you I know that haven't really decorated yet. You're gonna wait maybe more in the season. But yeah, I was a bit late this year too, but I still hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you are happening to be new to my channel, I would totally love it if you would consider hitting the subscribe button and become a resident of my happy home. That would totally mean the world to me. And for all my returning subscribers and viewers, thank you all so much for watching and your continued support. I want to wish you all a very happy fall, and I see you in my next one. Bye.